My girlfriend said, "You'd be nothing without me." I replied, "Then watch me become something." I pulled every favor I ever gave, closed every door I had opened for her, and watched from a distance as her luxury influencer persona collapsed overnight. Original post. I 33, male, had been with Vanessa 28 for 2.5 years. We met at a charity gala in Miami that my firm was sponsoring. I'm a commercial real estate broker specializing in high-end properties, luxury condos, beachfront estates, investment buildings. I do well for myself, clearing around $400,000 a year in a good year, which in Miami is comfortable but not extravagant. Vanessa was there as someone's plus one, wearing a stunning red dress and working the room like she owned it. She approached me at the bar, complimented my watch, and within 10 minutes had me laughing harder than I had in months. She was magnetic, beautiful, charming, and she had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room. She told me she was building a lifestyle brand on Instagram. At the time, she had maybe 15,000 followers and was posting about fashion, travel, and luxury living. It wasn't paying her bills yet. She was working part-time at a high-end boutique in Coral Gables, but she had big dreams. "I'm going to be huge," she told me that first night. "I just need the right opportunities." I believed her. More importantly, I wanted to help her. We started dating seriously within a month. She moved into my penthouse in Brickell after 6 months. I didn't ask her to pay rent. She was barely making $2,000 a month at the boutique, and I didn't need her money. What I had, I was happy to share. That's when I started opening doors for her. My job puts me in contact with some of Miami's wealthiest people. Developers, investors, celebrities, business owners. I know restaurant owners, hotel managers, yacht club operators, luxury car dealerships. When you broker a $10 million condo sale, people remember you. They take your calls. They do favors. I started using those connections for Vanessa. First, I got her into exclusive events she'd never have access to otherwise. Art Basel parties, private yacht launches, penthouse openings, celebrity fundraisers. She'd show up, take photos, post them with strategic hashtags, and her follower count started climbing. 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. "Babe, this is amazing," she'd say, kissing me after a particularly successful event. "You're changing my life." Then I introduced her to brands. A client of mine owned a boutique hotel chain. I mentioned Vanessa was an up-and-coming influencer, and he agreed to comp her a weekend stay in exchange for social media coverage. She posted stunning photos of the infinity pool, the ocean view suite, the rooftop bar. Her engagement went through the roof. That opened more doors. A luxury skincare company I knew through another client sent her free products to review. A high-end jewelry designer whose condo I'd sold let her borrow pieces for photo shoots. A exotic car rental company gave her discounted rates on Lamborghinis and Ferraris for content. None of this happened because Vanessa sought it out. It happened because I made one phone call after another, cashing in favors, leveraging relationships, putting my reputation on the line. "Can you vouch for her professionalism?" people would ask. Absolutely, I'd say every time. Within a year, Vanessa had 200,000 followers. She quit her boutique job and went full-time as an influencer. She was making decent money from sponsored posts, affiliate links, and brand partnerships. Not enough to cover her lifestyle. I was still paying for our penthouse, utilities, groceries, dinners out, but enough that she felt successful. She started getting recognized in public. People would stop her for photos. She loved it. I was proud of her. I really was. I'd watched her work hard, create content, engage with followers. But I also knew that a huge part of her success was the access I'd given her. The events, the connections, the credibility that came from being associated with someone established in Miami's luxury market. That's when she started changing. The little thank yous became less frequent. The appreciation turned into expectation. When I'd arrange something for her, instead of, "Oh my God, thank you so much," it became, "Okay, what time should I be there?" She started making comments about my work. "It must be nice having such a simple job," she said once while editing photos. "You just show people houses." "It's a bit more complicated than that," I replied. "I'm sure. But I'm building a brand from nothing. You're just selling what's already there." I let it go. I figured she was stressed about content creation. But the comments continued. "You know, most people in my industry have partners who understand the grind," she said another time. "I think I understand," I said. I'm literally the one who got you half your opportunities. She rolled her eyes. Please. I would have made it regardless. You just sped things up a little. A little? By our second year together, Vanessa had 350,000 followers. She was being flown to resorts, gifted designer clothes, invited to Fashion Week. She'd cultivated this persona as a self-made luxury influencer who'd built everything through hustle and vision. She never mentioned me in her content, never tagged me, never thanked me publicly, never acknowledged that her boyfriend worked in luxury real estate and had connections. To her followers, she was a solo entrepreneur who'd manifested success through hard work and positive energy. I didn't need public credit, but the private dismissal was getting harder to ignore. One night, I came home from closing a difficult deal, a $8 million waterfront property that had taken 3 months to negotiate. I was exhausted but excited. I opened the door to find Vanessa on the couch with her laptop, barely looking up. Hey, I said. Just closed the Venetian Islands property. That's nice, she said, not taking her eyes off her screen. Nice? Vanessa, that's a massive commission. This is a big deal for me. I'm sure, she said. I'm just busy right now. I'm finalizing a partnership with a luxury resort in Tulum. They're flying me out first class, putting me up for a week, paying me $15,000 for content. This is huge for my brand. That's great, I said. Congrats. Thanks. Oh, by the way, can you reach out to your guy at the exotic car place? I want to shoot content with a Rolls-Royce next week. Not, would you mind? Not, if it's not too much trouble. Just an instruction. Sure, I said quietly. I made the call the next day. My contact at the luxury car service agreed to lend her a Rolls-Royce Cullinan for a day, a $400,000 vehicle, because he trusted me. Vanessa shot her content, posted it, got thousands of likes. Never said thank you. That's when I started pulling back. Not dramatically, just subtly. When she'd ask me to reach out to someone, I'd say I was too busy. When she'd want me to attend events with her, I'd decline, citing work obligations. She barely noticed. She was too wrapped up in her growing empire. Then came the breaking point. It was a Friday night. Vanessa was getting ready for some influencer event in South Beach. I was on the couch, answering work emails, when she came out of the bedroom in a designer dress I'd never seen before. New dress? I asked. Yeah, gifted from a brand partnership. You like it? It's nice. Big event tonight. Pretty big. There'll be some major names there. Could be good for my network. Cool. Have fun. She checked her makeup in the hallway mirror, then turned to me. You know, Jake, I've been thinking. About what? About us. About where I am in my career versus where you are. I set my phone down. What does that mean? I mean, I'm operating at a pretty high level now. I'm getting invited to things you could never get into. I'm meeting people you'll never have access to. And honestly, I think I've outgrown this relationship. I stared at her. You think you've outgrown me? Don't take it personally. You're great. You've been supportive. But let's be real. You'd be nothing without me at this point. Before me, you were just some broker nobody knew. Now people associate you with my brand. I've elevated your profile. I actually laughed. I couldn't help it. What's funny? She asked, irritated. Vanessa, do you seriously believe that? It's the truth. You think your clients don't follow me? You think they don't see you with me and think you're more legitimate? I've made you relevant. I stood up slowly. You've made me relevant. Yes. Vanessa, I've closed over $200 million in real estate in the last 5 years. I've built a reputation in this city through my work. You have 350,000 Instagram followers because I introduced you to every single person who helped you get there. Oh, please. I would have made it without you. Would you? Let's think about that. Who got you into your first major event? That's not. Who introduced you to the hotel owner who gave you your first comp stay? Jake. Who called in favors with brands, restaurants, car services, jewelry designers? Who put his reputation on the line every single time someone asked if you were professional? I earned those opportunities. You earned them? Vanessa, you couldn't even get into half those rooms without me. You built your brand on access I gave you, and now you're telling me I'd be nothing without you. Her face was red now. You're being ridiculous. I did the work. I created the content. I built the following. On a foundation I built for you. And you know what? You're right about one thing. This relationship is over. Because I'm not going to spend another day with someone who looks down on me while standing on a ladder I built. Fine, she snapped. I don't need you anyway. I never did. Then watch me become something without you, I said calmly. And let's see what happens to your brand when I close all the doors I opened. She grabbed her purse. You're pathetic. Threatening me because your ego is hurt. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Every favor I called in for you, I'm calling them back. Every connection I gave you, I'm severing it. Every door I opened, I'm closing it. You wanted to do this alone? Now you will. She laughed. Good luck with that. I have 500,000 followers. I don't need your little contacts anymore. She left for her event. I sat back down on the couch and made a list. Over the next 3 days, I made phone calls. Lots of them. First call, the luxury car service. Hey Tom, it's Jake. Listen, about Vanessa, she's not going to be borrowing vehicles anymore. We've split up, and I can't vouch for her professionalism anymore. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, no problem. We'll stop working with her. Second call, the hotel owner. Mark, quick update. Vanessa and I are done, and I need to let you know I can't recommend her for any future partnerships. I don't want my name associated with her content anymore. Got it, Jake. Appreciate the heads up. We'll pull back. Third call, the jewelry designer whose pieces Vanessa had been borrowing for months. Sophia, I need to call in that favor. Vanessa and I broke up, and I need you to stop lending her pieces. I know she has some scheduled shoots coming up. Please cancel them. Of course, Jake. You've sent me so much business. Consider it done. I went down the entire list. The restaurants that had been giving her free meals for posts. The boutiques that had been sending her clothes. The skincare company. The yacht charter service. The exclusive clubs. Every single person I connected her with, I contacted. And every single one of them agreed to cut ties with her. Why? Because their loyalty was to me, not her. I'd been doing business in Miami for a decade. I'd made people money, sent them clients, built relationships. Vanessa had been in the influencer game for 2 years and had only gotten access because of me. Within a week, everything started falling apart for her. The luxury resort in Tulum that was supposed to fly her out first class? They canceled. Turns out the general manager was a former client of mine who'd bought a $3 million condo through me. One phone call, and the partnership was done. The car service stopped responding to her requests. The jewelry designer asked for all loaned pieces back immediately. The hotel stopped offering comp stays. The restaurant stopped taking her reservation requests. Her content strategy, which had relied heavily on showcasing luxury experiences and products, suddenly had nothing to work with. She couldn't post pictures with Lamborghinis she couldn't access. She couldn't review 5-star hotels that wouldn't host her. She couldn't show off designer jewelry she couldn't borrow. Her engagement started dropping. Followers started noticing the shift. Why is your content so different lately? Someone commented. Where are all the luxury posts? Another asked. She tried to pivot, posting more inspirational content about mindset and manifestation. But that wasn't her brand. Her followers had come for luxury lifestyle content, and she couldn't deliver it anymore. Then the rumors started. In Miami's luxury scene, word travels fast. People talk. And suddenly everyone knew that Vanessa and I had split, and that I'd pulled my support. More importantly, they knew why. Because I made sure the right people heard the real story. Not maliciously, just factually. When asked, I'd simply say, she told me she'd made me relevant and didn't need me anymore. So I let her prove it. Brand partnerships started falling through. Companies would agree to work with her, then ghost. She'd reach out to new potential sponsors, and they'd stop responding after talking to people in my network. Her follower count plateaued, then started dropping. 350,000, 340,000, 320,000. She tried reaching out to me after 3 weeks. Jake, we need to talk, her text said. I didn't respond. I know you're still upset, but this is affecting my career. Can we please figure this out? I didn't respond. I'm sorry, okay? I said things I didn't mean. Can we at least be civil? I finally replied. You told me you'd be fine without me. I'm giving you the chance to prove it. She called me 15 times that day. I didn't answer. 2 months after our breakup, Vanessa's follower count was down to 280,000. Her engagement rate had tanked. She wasn't getting invited to major events anymore. The luxury brands had moved on to other influencers. I heard through mutual connections that she'd started applying for regular jobs again. Marketing positions, social media management roles, even retail. The influencer dream wasn't paying bills anymore. Meanwhile, I was doing better than ever. I closed $50 million in deals in those 2 months. My reputation in Miami's luxury market was stronger than ever. Turns out, cutting off someone who disrespected me publicly showed people I had standards. I started dating again. Nothing serious, just meeting people, enjoying my life. One woman I took to dinner was actually someone who'd worked with Vanessa on a brand deal. "Can I ask you something?" she said over wine. "Sure. That whole thing with Vanessa. Everyone's talking about it. What really happened?" I thought about how to answer. I could have trashed her. I could have told every detail of how she'd used me and dismissed me. But I didn't need to. "She built something impressive," I said. But she forgot who helped her build the foundation. And when that foundation was removed, everything collapsed. The woman nodded slowly. That's what everyone figured. 6 months after our breakup, I ran into Vanessa at a coffee shop in Coconut Grove. She looked different, less polished, more tired. She saw me, and for a second, I thought she might turn and leave. But she walked over. "Hey," she said quietly. "Hey, can we talk? Just for a minute." We sat down at a table outside. "I know you don't want to hear from me," she started. "But I need to say this. You were right. About everything. I did use you. I did take you for granted. And I convinced myself that I'd done it all alone when I hadn't." "Okay," I said. "I'm working a regular job now. Marketing for a startup. My Instagram is basically dead. I lost almost everything." "I'm sorry to hear that." "Are you though?" I thought about it. "Yeah, actually. I am. I never wanted to destroy you, Vanessa. I just wanted you to understand that you didn't build that empire alone. And that the person who helped you deserved respect, not contempt. I know that now." "Good." She looked at her coffee cup. "Do you think? Is there any way you'd ever help me again? Maybe introduce me to?" "No." She nodded. "Yeah, I figured. Vanessa, I helped you because I cared about you and believed in you. But you made it very clear that my help meant nothing. You can't unring that bell." "I understand." She stood up to leave, then paused. "For what it's worth, you're one of the best people I've ever known." And I threw that away because I was too arrogant to see it. "Yeah," I said. "You did." She left. I haven't seen her since. Last I heard, she moved back to Ohio where she's from. Got a corporate job, deleted most of her Instagram posts, started over. Me? I'm still in Miami, still closing deals, still building my career. I learned something important. You can help people rise, but you can't make them appreciate the lift. And when someone tells you they don't need you, believe them, and show them what happens when they're right. Vanessa told me I'd be nothing without her. I became something better. She told me she didn't need me. She was wrong. And by the time she realized it, every door I'd opened for her was closed and locked.